welcome back, everyone, to another edition of All In Sports. It's your man, Lee Ice, and as you can see, he's back.
Girls, what's called in all this? It is your boy.
Day the Dawn. He's back. That means we are talking wrestling, y'all. We talking good old wrestling. And of course, always the hardest man working in the business. Hill, the big dog. What's up, sir?
Nothing, Lee Ice. Another day. We got some interesting things going on in Clear Productions right now. So some big things gonna get ready to happen. More big things. So it was a day. That's all I can say. I got my hat on. I got my hat on too right now.
All right.
So you got to get me a hat.
I can get you one.
I heard what the big dog said. Things going on with the CP now. All right, y'all. Let's thank everybody for tuning in last week's show. And thank everybody for tuning in this week's show. Like I always say, I hope we can entertain y'all doing what we're going through. You know I don't say that word, but I'm always say, protect yourselves and your family best way you know how, because this is the season. This is the season for that. You know what? I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Haven't said it 3-4 years. Still not going to say it.
Well, if Lee won't say it, let me say it.
No, we don't say it.
Don't say it.
We don't say the words.
We don't say the words.
Mr. Day the Dawn, are you ready to get things started?
You know it.
All right, let's toast it up.
Toast it up one time. I should have brought my champagne bottle out.
Yeah, you should. Ready to go all in?
You know it.
Let's
Boom.
do it. Y'all know what's first song All In Sports is called. The All In State of the Union is brought to you by the best there is. He is the best there was. He is the best that ever done it. His name is the Big Dog. No, it's not Brett Favre. I know we talk wrestling, but it's not Brett Favre. It's the Big Dog Hill. Hill, what's going on in the world of sports?
Lou Albano, Grand Wizard, Freddie Blassie. Hey! Can't get no classier. Here we go. Snell wins his second Cy Young. Cole wins his first. How you feel?
Congratulations.
Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow, Andrews, all out for the season. How you feel?
Damn, they dropping like flies, man. They said it's never been so many backup quarterbacks in 1 year.
Harden delivers a clutch 3 as the Clippers get their first win with him. How you feel?
Yeah, that's a joke. We'd be supposed to celebrate him going 0-6, and then he hits a game shot. Get out of here.
Be gone, Clippers. You suck.
Beal out again at least 3 weeks because of his back.
Who is? Oh,
Beal.
Barely Beal. I like Bradley
I'm
Beal.
sorry for that man. We're sorry for that man. When they get that wheel up and going.
John Morant claims self-defense for a fight with team.
You gotta claim something. As much hot water that dude been in, so, you know.
First of all, you shouldn't have been fighting no child in the first place. You a coward. Done deal.
The Florida Panther executive makes history as U.S. team general manager.
What?
I don't
You
have
made
to.
that?
Don't do it. Don't you do it, Louis? Don't you do it? Don't you do it? Don't you do it? Don't you do it? It's official. Unanimous vote. Las Vegas Athletics, known as the Las Vegas A's, starting next year, 2024. How you feel?
I don't like it. I don't like the Las Vegas Raiders. Any team. I mean, they could have put that's where the Chargers should have went. Instead of the Raiders mystique. I mean, that's all California. And the A's. You know what I'm saying? Oakland A's, the green and yellow. I mean, I'm sure they're going to keep the colors, but it's the Oakland.
Nothing's changed. Just the city name just changed. That's the only thing that's changed, the ice. Everything can't stay the same, bro.
I know.
Latest the college football poll rankings, the top 4. Georgia 1, Michigan 2, Ohio State 3, Florida State 4, Washington, and whoever else is outside looking in. How you feel?
Can't wait till that game next week, buddy.
Ohio
State and Michigan.
The Ice. Tonight is AE. Well, we'll be showing this on Tuesday, but tonight is AEW Full Gear. MJF takes on Sling Blade. Who you got?
I need y'all help. I need your help, Day.
I'm gonna go with MJF because right now he's doing his thing as like the devil, but I'm gonna say this. I just feel like he's good. Jay White, he cut his teeth in New Japan, so I'm gonna go with MJF on this one. But it'll be a miracle if Jay White do it.
He's good. Also, last night, Ronda Rousey signed a deal with AEW, and she appeared last night in AEW.
Oh, shit.
Goodbye. She's overrated. I was tired of her. I was tired of her from the jump. Like Ronda was good, but she is loosely. She's so pressed to be based on her legacy in the UFC. That armbar, blah blah blah. I've seen 1,000 armbars. Lee got a better armbar than her.
Also, tonight is Goldberg. I forgot the Ryback or the guy from England is supposed to be signing a major contract with AEW doing the pay-per-view. Lee Ice, take us to commercial break.
All right, y'all. We going to the commercial. When we come back, we talking wrestling with my man Day the Don. You're watching All In Sports. We be right back.
Ravishing Rick Rude and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Ravishing Rick, we know the Ultimate Warrior's king of the jungle. But what happens when you put an animal in a cage? Jesse, everybody knows a caged animal is a scared animal because a caged animal is out of its element. You know, Ultimate Warrior, you may rule the Wild Kingdom as you know it. But inside of a 15-foot high steel cage, Ravishing Rick rules, and you're going to know it. That's right, Bobby. And it's not going to be a heavy action scene from Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. It's going to be SummerSlam 1990. Ravishing Rick Rude and the Ultimate Warrior inside the steel cage. And yes, Ultimate Warrior, I will climb to the top of the 15-foot cage, but not to escape. I will come down 15 feet onto the Ultimate Warrior's head. You will be singed by the heat of my burning desire. I will become the new World Wrestling Federation champion.
Leon. Vince did him dirty too.
That's my friend that you knew. Met him. Ravishing Rick Rude. Jesse the Bobby Ventura, and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Back to you.
Two of the greatest, man. Rick Rude. I don't want to say he was underrated.
Very underrated.
He was
very underrated.
Very underrated. He didn't. He didn't see his shine until he left Ric Flair left WCW.
Pretty much, but I still feel Vince did him dirty because he could have been a great WWE champion. You beat the Ultimate Warrior with that all them snarling nose. Make Rude champion.
All right. Since you talking about what you didn't like, that's what we're gonna get into today, y'all. We're gonna talk about what we like What are our 5 biggest moments in wrestling? What are our 5 favorites? And then we're going to talk about what the hell do we hate? What did you hate about wrestling over the years? I'm going to start because I know y'all know more than me because y'all are more up to date. In no particular order, my 5 that I think are the biggest, no particular order, okay. I think when Ric Flair beat Harley Race, I think that's when he became Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. I got Hulk Hogan losing to the Ultimate Warrior, 1990. I still remember it. Back then, you didn't have no internet. You know, you didn't. I don't think nobody saw this coming. I remember watching that WrestleMania live, pay-per-view, watching it live. It was like 12 to 15 of us. And when Hogan threw him into the ropes and hit him with the leg drop, and the referee did like this. 1.
He missed the leg drop, Lee Ice.
2.
That's what happened. He missed the leg drop. Ultimate Warrior got up. Flash on him, and they 1, 2, 3 real quick.
1, 2, 3.
Yep.
And you talk about what everybody, what? Oh
yeah.
my! Because the Ultimate
Hogan was the golden goose.
Because Hogan was the champ. I think he got the belt in '84.
He was a champion for 5 years at that time.
Yeah.
He won. He beat the Shiggy Baby, and he I think he had it up until 1980.
1990. Whatever WrestleMania 1990 was. You know. And it was like, I mean, Hogan in the 80s was just untouchable. I mean, nobody ever saw him losing. That's how great, that's how Vince made him. I mean, and when he lost, everybody was like, oh my God,
well,
did you see
the reason
Hogan
he
lost?
lost that because the Ultimate Warrior was on par with him, popularity-wise, for a whole year, so they had to do something.
I'm going to still say, who should have been champion more times was my boy, Macho Man. Ooh, yeah, dig it. 2,
Okay, another one of mine, I don't know, well, Daddy, I know you don't remember. I don't know, well, you probably still remember him. But I remember it because it was the first time I experienced a good guy going heel. When Larry Zbyszko
beat up
Bruno Sammartino.
Oh, Bruno Sammartino.
I read about it.
That was one of
when that happened, seeing that as a little kid, like a young boy, I mean, Bruno Sammartino was the living legend.
Yep.
And Larry Zbyszko was his protege. And when I say he turned on him, I mean, his face was so bloody. I remember Channel 20. They put a big old X on the screen. Remember that, Hill? They put a big X because Bruno was bleeding so bad. I put that up there because, like I said, that was the first time I saw a good guy turn bad. The other 2 I got when Andre the Giant lost in WrestleMania because he had never lost. You know, the undefeated Andre the Giant Day, wonder of the world. Hogan picked him up, slammed him, 1, 2, 3. Although the match was terrible. If you go back and look at it,
but Andre was the one that said it.
He can barely move. I mean, he was done.
He was
and then my last one is Nitro versus Raw. When that little feud that they had, and then Hogan turning bad. The whole NWA, I mean the whole NWO thing. Because it was, you know, back then it was Nitro versus Raw. And Nitro needed to do something because Raw was kicking their ass.
Wrong. You didn't see the documentary. Wrong. They were even playing ground.
Okay.
Talk about it. They were even on playing ground, and both of them were going back and forth because it was Ric Flair and Sting against basically the Attitude Era, the beginning of the Attitude Era. So they brought when Scott Hall appeared that one night. The outside started. and that Scott Hall appeared for the next 3 weeks. Then Kevin Nash appeared the 4th week. Then they said they had a surprise. So the Great American Bash, that's when Hogan turned. They were already beating him already then, but the NWO just took it to a whole nother level.
They took it to they
almost put WWE out of business. That's how level they took it on. So, yeah, on that list.
So that's mine. What do you got, Day Day?
Okay, I got. I'm gonna take one of yours, Lee. When Flair and the Andersons beat up Dusty Rhodes and they broke that leg in the cage, and then I'm gonna also go with when Baby Doll turned on Dusty to join with the Horsemen again. I'm gonna do Rock when he joined the corporation after using the sharpshooter on Mankind in Survivor Series, and I'm gonna do Austin when he turned at WrestleMania 17 when his character was just plain.
Now these are your favorites. These are your favorites.
Them three I said my favorite.
Or these are your most impact.
I'm gonna say that was one of my favorites when Austin went heel. It was time to see him go heel. My least favorites are when after the Horsemen beat up Sting again and he kept slapping him. And of course, one that Lee just showed me, it was a funny heel turn in that sense. Well, not a heel turn, it's already a heel. When your boy got the money, said, "Well, thank you, brother." Wow, wow, wow. And,
that was funny. That was one of my funniest ones. When Shotska. I still don't know who that guy was. Was it Iceman Parsons?
No, it was somebody before Iceman Parsons. It had to be
I think it was Manny Fernandez, the Raging Bull, and Rick.
No, it was another black guy here. I don't know if you remember when he just turned, and there was some black guy NWA was trying to build up, and so they was like, "What's wrong with Paz Whatley?" So he came out and he's like, I've been calling you all the time. You didn't pick it up.
I think it was Bad Leroy Brown.
No, it wasn't him.
No, it wasn't Leroy.
It wasn't Leroy. I don't.
Well, let me get to my impact moments because my impact moments.
Go ahead,
Lee.
I'm gonna start from the bottom. One of the very first pay-per-views I ever saw was Greg the Hammer Valentine and Roddy Piper in the dog chain match when Roddy Piper lost half his ear.
Mm.
I think I was 8 years old.
Yeah, because he really went down.
I saw it down south over my.
Didn't he really lose his hearing in that ear?
Yeah. Other impact would have been the Bruno Sammartino, Larry Zbyszko one. Another one was Georgia Championship Wrestling. I would say when I saw Roddy Piper come save Gordon Solie from Don Morocco. When Don Morocco had Gordon Solie pinned up in the corner and them doing the broadcast. The other one would be ECW. When I saw Shane Douglas and the whatever they call themselves.
Triple threat
take on New Jack, Sandman, and what's the other one? The Arab dude. Oh man, I can see his face, but I can't say his name. Sabu.
Yeah.
Then I saw New Jack come off. Not Cage. We talking about the second tier of the arena onto a table on them jokers, man. I was like, and then they set the ring on fire. I was like, come on, bro, this ain't wrestling, this is madness. That was an impact. ECW.
Yes. ECW, you right about that.
ECW left a lot of lasting memories in my head from wrestling. My other impact would probably be I would have to say the Ultimate Warrior and Hogan in WWE. That paper I remember watching with my cousins and my mom. My mom was a big wrestling fanatic. Then the other one, the formation of the Four Horsemen, how it started. A lot of people don't remember how that started.
Arn coined the phrase of them.
Well, how it started Flair was the champion, he got jumped by Paul Jones, Rick Rude, Ravishing, Manny Fernandez, Lopez, and Junkyard.
Because Manny didn't join them until like later on.
Who?
Manny Fernandez.
Oh, Manny Fernandez was the first one in the Paul Jones. He was
in the Army?
Yeah, it was Manny Fernandez, Rick Rude, because they were tag team champions for a while.
R&R.
I know.
Yeah.
R&R. So then they got Pistol Pez. Pistol Pez was the last one to join.
Oh, don't remind me.
So they jumped Flair, and Ole and Arn came out and saved them. And that's when Arn said, we ain't gonna keep taking back seats to all these people around here. And next week we're gonna have a surprise for it. And Tully came the following week with J.J. Dillon, and that's how they formed. I remember that 2 episodes on Georgia Championship Wrestling. That left an impact more so than NWO.
The Horsemen.
Because you think about the Horsemen, it's still to this day is known. And I mean NWO is known, but you can't throw no symbol up for NWO. You always throw that forward. But yeah, take us a commercial break.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go to a break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about what we hate about what's going on over the years in wrestling. You're watching All In Sports with the big dog Lee Ice and the special guest, Day Day the Don. Throw it up, Day Day. We'll be right back. Yeah.
This doctor. Oh, Cactus Jack, 1-on-1, me and you. You know I can't stand your flagellating family. You know what I'm going to do, me and you, April the 15th? I'm going to kill you. That's right. I'm going to kill Cactus Jack. I'm going to get the chair, but I'm going to kill him. No, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to just torture him, and then I'm going to kill him. No, I'm going to kill him, and then I'm going to torture him. No, I'll tell you what. I'm going to castrate him first, then I'm going to kill him, and then I'm going to torture him. No, wait a minute. What am I going to do? I'm going to castrate him, kill him, torture him, and then I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to strap him to the bumper of my 55 Buick, and I'm going to pull that son of a bitch down the main string of Philadelphia. That's what I'm going to do. You look at Cactus Jack. Did you ever look at his face? Oh, what a face he's got. If I had a face like him, I'd have it circumcised.
Lee Ice.
Let me guess.
I'm going to let you guess.
Cherry Funk.
Yes, sir.
I knew it.
I already knew it. That was Terry.
Cherry Funk, buddy. That was, oh, man. That man was gone.
No,
whatever he was.
and speaking of Terry Lee,
he was
my favorite.
He was the co-host with Joey Styles. Joey Styles is my favorite announcer. And Captain Jack jumped him during the match. And that's what Terry Funk came out of retirement on ECW, and that's when they had their words. That's why Terry Funk was going off right there. Now back.
Mm-hmm. All right. In the last segment, I gotta bring this up because you hit it dead on the head with the Impact ECW, and
that was an excerpt from ECW.
That ECW with the tables and that shit, that changed the game.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. When I went to my first ECW match, I was scared for the wrestlers. I'm seeing people flying off shit and coming down on tables. I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life.
ECW was ahead of its time. If ECW was today like it was, it'd be the number one federation now. It'd put everybody right now.
My man in ECW was RVD and Taz. Because Taz would choke you out, and he wouldn't choke.
Definitely changed the game.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about stuff we don't like, stuff I hate. Oh my God. I think back now and I'm like I say, in no particular order. When Lex Luger, remember when they tried to make Lex Luger Hulk Hogan, they called him All-American Lex Luger.
He was in WWE?
Yeah, it was
Lex Express.
Sick. Yeah. I was like, because Luger has no personality.
None.
He has no he can't give good interviews. I mean,
no.
And then they just tried to make him Hogan. And it was like, come on, man. And then you talk about how Vince used to ruin people. He ruined one of my favorite wrestlers, Adrian Adonis. Man. I used to love me some Adrian Adonis.
I was going to play an excerpt from Adrian Adonis tonight, but I didn't. This is the last segment.
And then he called him adorable Adrian. Put him in some pink tights and had him spray perfume. Man.
And he was fat.
Yeah, and then he just, I hated seeing that. Demolition. I don't know about y'all. I couldn't stand Demolition.
They were wannabe Road Warriors.
Fucking wannabe Road Warriors, and they look terrible.
Yeah. Look like they were coming from a porn site.
Yeah. And then everything about the AWA I couldn't stand back then. I hated the AWA. I hated Vern Gagne. I hated his son Greg Gagne. The only thing that I liked about the AWA, and Hill, back then they had the best belt. Yeah. That big ass belt they had back then, but that shit was trash. And then my last thing, Nick Buck. My last thing was the oversaturation of the Horsemen and the NWO. I mean, they just the Wolfpack. It just got too.
I'm saying the Wolfpack was tight. The Wolfpack was okay when you had them 4 little members. When you had Macho, Conan, Sting, Luger, somewhat, and Nash.
It should have just been maybe 5 or 6 at the most. Once Sting became a member and all of that shit. And then like with the Horsemen, my last straw with them was when Paul Roma became a Horseman.
Okay, I got my last straw for the Horsemen was when they made Paul Roma and I'm gonna say Brian Pillman. No, he was crazy, but he was not Horseman material to me.
Yeah. All right, tell me some more stuff that you didn't like or that you hated or that just really.
Triple H. I didn't like his whole reign of terror. He kept having the belt. Give it to other guys. I liked Evolution. It was like the Horsemen of a new era. I like that. Charlotte Flair. I'm tired of seeing her get tied up because she's Ric Flair's daughter. And that daggone bloodline. I'm tired of seeing that. Roman Reigns, drop the belt, go home, have a long year, chill zone, come back refreshed and ready to rock and roll. You watered down to me now. I'm tired of you. You always talking about, my arms are so big when you wrestling people and I do this all day. Because
How
there's
long has he been a
poverty.
champion?
3 years, 3.5 years.
3 years, and that's because he hasn't dropped the belt. Like, drop the belt already, please.
Well, Hogan held it for 6, so
Nobody's held it longer than Bruno Sammartino, though.
yeah, nobody held it longer than Bruno.
That's
Bruno had it for 20 years. 10
WWE.
years.
That's WWE. The world record, I think, is Nature Boy Buddy Rogers.
Rogers.
I think he held it for 12 years. The NWA belt.
Damn,
And then they
It was
screwed him
somebody
out when he
who
became the first WWF champion.
12 years.
He held
Whoa,
both belts at one time, WWE and NWA.
Good.
12
It's
years.
some ridiculous record he held it for.
Anything else, Day that you just hated with
When
wrestling?
they
did?
made, okay, I'm gonna say this, when they made the Horsemen fan favorites, I didn't really like that because even though Terry Funk tried to choke Flair out with a plastic bag, I was laughing at that. But when you had Gary Hart incorporated against the Horsemen and made the Horsemen fan favorites, and then they had to have Sting, no, I would have put somebody else with them and made him turn heel. Like,
You didn't even have to make them fan favorites. The fans already loved them. I mean, true wrestling fans love the horse. You know.
but to be honest, for them to turn on Sting the way they did, it was funny, but it shouldn't have. It should have been somebody else's Sting's place.
All right, Hill, what got on your nerves? What didn't you like?
Number one. This can answer all of mine for Vince McMahon. He ruined professional wrestling as it is today.
Yes, and glad he gone.
He made it so cartoonish. Now
Yeah.
it's pathetic. All the other federations are gone because of him. Think about all the federations when we were coming up. Remember when you talked about this before? Locally, a lot of people probably gonna see this nationally, but locally we had a channel called Channel 54, which is the WB now. They had Wrestling Week, Monday through Friday. They showed every federation from Glow to WCW, UWF, WWE, Mid-South, every day.
Monday through Friday, they showed a different wrestling federation. That was, even the Glow, like you said, the gorgeous ladies of wrestling. But UWF?
UWF was
right?
one of them.
Yeah.
UWF came on Friday because that was the most violent.
Yeah.
Because Vince McMahon ruined this how wrestling is today. It's too cartoonish, and a lot of federations are gone because of him. That's the problem I have with him. The other thing, Hogan.
Who?
And Hogan, people like Hogan, Undertaker. I like his gimmick was okay, but it went overboard. You know, some of the stuff.
Which one? The old one or the one on the
But the
motorcycle?
original Undertaker I could deal with, but the last Undertaker, nah, bro, this old.
Nah, I hated that.
Which one? Which
It was
version?
getting too cartoonish. The WWE when it implemented that steel cage, they had them big blocks. It ain't like a steel cage. It looked like I don't even know what kind. What was that thing?
Jail cell.
It wasn't in the jail cell. We ain't close together. The bars and the rungs were not even close together. So I like, man, stuff like that.
I like the steel fence cage better.
He just, man. Then my other one would probably be Ted Turner because he gave up on WCW at his height.
Right.
At his height. He gave up on WCW. When the NWO was at his height and WCW was like about to put them out of business, he gave up on them. And that's the other thing that kind of pissed me off with Ted Turner in the WCW. That's about the only thing that really pissed me off about WCW.
I was mad when they changed the name to WCW. I like NWA.
Well, that was the Crockett's. Crockett's at NWA, so they took that. Yeah. But the other one would probably be when Paul Lee, Dangerously, which now is Roman Reigns' manager, the wise man, gave up, didn't manage the ECW money right, and they had to go out of business because ECW was out of ECW was on both with WCW and WWE's tail. All they needed was Shane Douglas to be that megastar, and he was right there, and he messed the money up, and it went out of business because they had the TV contract. They got the TV contract because it was on with TNN, which is now, well, I forgot. Spike TV's TNN now. So
Access or one of them.
Yeah, so
But
they had a TV
but did y'all
contract.
know that Vince was the one that was
They looked like
supplying
they was
ECW money?
They looked like they're about to go somewhere with it, and he messed the money up. So basically, all that still points back at Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
And I
But
didn't
also,
like the way
did
Vince McMahon took over WCW either. So my lot of issues a lot with Vince McMahon being so cartoonish and making
Yeah.
I don't like how Vince used to. I still think Vince used to try to embarrass Dusty Rhodes and his son, but it turned against him. You know what I'm saying? It turned against him, especially Goldust. I think he created that character to embarrass Dusty Rhodes and his son.
The one that turned against the one that turned against the brush was Ric Flair. He tried to embarrass Ric Flair, and Ric Flair bought. That's why he has a hard time with the company there. But you know, Ric Flair actually owned 5% of WWE. He actually did buy 5%. So that's what all that conflict was about. And Flair left. I think Flair sold his stake to Triple H and gone about his business now. That's why he's in AEW. But credit to Tony Khan and AEW. I'm glad they're doing what they're doing. We do have a sister show. I'm not going to say on our network that talks wrestling. Hey, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. You said something the other day, and I had to look it up about the half full arenas in AEW. It's not true. AEW only fills the bottom of the ring of the arenas unless it's pay-per-view. Another thing about AEW I do like, they focus on TV, not pay-per-view. That's why they only have 5 pay-per-views a year, and they have 3 TV shows.
Yeah.
I like that better. I don't like paying for that stuff all the time. But
the pay-per-view got out of hand. It got out of hand. You know, just like in boxing, the pay-per-view I like the TV show. You know, that's.
Oh, let me say this from the State of the Union too. And this is the sad part about it. This is our Thanksgiving show. Next Saturday is the last Showtime pay-per-view of championship boxing. That is sad. After 37 years. They said Showtime said that they're leaving boxing because of decreased ratings and promoters don't make fights. They ice tickets home.
Day. It was a pleasure as always. I know when I see you next time, we're gonna throw it up.
We're gonna
have a good old, there's gonna be a long line waiting for us to get out the limo. We're going to walk into the club, the VIP rope. They're going to open up the ropes. And then you're going to be like, ladies, line up.
And I'm going to say, girls, you're between the ages of 38 and 45, you belong to ICE. You're between the ages of 28 and 31, you belong to me. And if you're between the ages of 45 to 38, you belong to Brother Hill.
All right, y'all. We leave it.
I'm taking it.
What'd you say, Hill?
I'm not in that category, bro.
Well, we leave it like we always leave you. Whether you like it or don't like it, learn to love it because it's the best thing going. We are all in sports. We'll see you next time. Throw it up. Out of here.